Hello, welcome to Dancy's Soul 393. How did the power of good overcome the power of evil? Will the caste system in India be eliminated? The thoughts after watching the film Brahmin 2021. Brahmin is the Indian Tamil translation of a slogan that was circulated among the people of India in honor of a great racial egalitarian, meaning long live Bhim. Bhim is Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, a person of humble origin, an untouchable, all outside the four castes of India: Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. The movie Brahmin is based on a real case of bullying a lower caste people that happened in India in the 1990s. The main character of this movie is an Indian lawyer who has been fighting for justice all his life. This Indian film criticized the injustice caused by the caste system, where many no-caste people live in hardship, have no land, no ID cards, cannot go to school, and cannot participate in elections. But when the police cannot solve a case, they are made to take the blame and even have to face new charges when they are released from prison and escorted to another prison. The main character of the movie is a lawyer with a conscience. The protagonist defies the powerful and fights for the underprivileged. His idea is to build a society free from corruption and caste oppression. The idealist is usually misunderstood and hated by the world, but the truth always needs to be revealed, and the bumpy road always needs to be explored. The suspect's wife does everything she can to save her falsely accused husband and eventually meets the film's hero, a lawyer. This is a case in which almost all the evidence is controlled by the police. The main character realized from the beginning that it will be an uphill battle against the government power. But he realized the truth from the suspect's wife's tearful accusations and takes on the case with determination. The film revolves around this arduous struggle, and along with the film's protagonist's layers of investigation and one courtroom confrontation, the case finally receives a just verdict. In this case, the suspect is not a thief, simply because the suspect is a victim of the caste system. There seems to be a common problem in this world that politicians and consortiums are always dependent on each other. Inside the movie, the offending police officer is willing to torture to extract a confession in order to solve the case. The police faced constant pressure from the powerful and the repeated urging of their superiors, both the powerful and the higher authorities they could not offend. Otherwise, they would face a crisis of being laid off. In order to solve the case, they had to use torture, and the lives of lower caste people were not worth much anyway. When the suspect unfortunately died due to a forced confession, the police actually threw the body in the field to cover it up, creating the illusion that the suspect had escaped. If the main character's lawyer had not insisted on investigating the truth, no one would have found anything wrong with this case. The caste system has caused serious social injustice. It is absurd and incomprehensible. This is a film of lawyers seeking justice and a film of lower caste people fighting against injustice. This film is still full of the power of truth, goodness, and beauty. What the criminal police officers did made some people in the system unbearable and chose to be on the side of justice. As the saying goes, the net of heaven is wide open, and the Jews gradually emerged. Although the final victory of the low-caste people brought us a short-lived joy, the discrimination against the lower-caste people is still very serious and widespread in India. No matter how much lower caste people contribute to the country and society, there are still higher caste people who look down on lower caste people. An Indian female badminton player won a medal in the women's singles competition at the 2021 Tokyo Olympics, giving honor to the country and making the nation proud. Yet some netizens still do not think highly of her status as a low-caste person. However, when the film's lawyer denounces the injustice in the trial, and when people who are not willing to be complicit with the unscrupulous police officers stand up and make themselves known, these characters highlight moments like the value of the film's existence still fill us with power. Even though there are countless ugly things in the world, as long as there are voices that are unwilling to be silent, the world will not be so bad, and there will be hope in our hearts.